Hi, in this video I'm going to demonstrate for you how to work with the multi-level list button in Microsoft Word. This is Microsoft Word 365. These instructions will work in 2021 and 2019. Before that I'm not too sure. I think it will work for earlier versions, but you'd have to try or look for another video. All right, on my desktop here, I have a list of places I want somebody to go and things I want them to pick up for me. It's going to be a busy day for them. Okay, so the first thing you do is you need to just number this list in the ordinary way that you would on any day of the week. Okay, so highlight your whole list, go up to your paragraphs tab and just click on the numbering button there. Okay, so our list is numbered, but you can see the problem here. You've got a pretty good, space here, but as you go down the list, it gets tighter like this. And anyway, I just don't like this. And this is certainly not reflecting any kind of subcategories here or sublevels of information. So let's just see if we can fix those two things at once. We can do that with the multi-level list button. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is just highlight your, whoops, don't grab that button. Highlight your list again. Start at the top, just put your cursor in between there and that will grab the whole list in between the first letter and the number. All right, so highlight your list, go up to your multi-level list and drop that open. And down at the bottom, right here, there's three choices. Choose the one in the middle, define new multi-level list. Okay, now there are a few things that you need to watch out for with this box, and I'll show you as we go along. Okay, let's just look at this for a second here. It's showing you that your level 1 in the list is highlighted right here. You can see that this is a little bit darker than these lines. So this is the list you're talking about, the level. And you're going to use a alphanumeric number on that list. Okay, so that's correct. And it's telling you right here your level number 1 is this style. It's showing you the style in this drop down box. If you wanted to choose something else, you could go through this list and pick something. But I'm just going to use an alphanumeric number 1, so that's correct. Now here's where things get interesting. Make sure that this right here, this drop down, stays designated on left. A couple of times I've done this and it moved to center, it moved to right, it did these strange things on its own. So always check that this is to your left. Now it's telling you that the number alignment is 1/4 of an inch from the margin of the page, which is 1 inch. All right, and you can see that that's true. If you look right here, here's your 1/4 inch space and it lines up with these numbers. And then the next box is telling you that the text indent is 0.5. All right, and that's not quite enough. I want to add a little bit more space in here so that there's more breathing room between this dot and the beginning of the list, the capital letter of the list, okay, list item. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, let's just say I want to put a 1/2 an inch between that space right there and the number and the letter. So what I would do is if it's aligned at 25, I'd want to add 50, a 1/2 an inch to that. So this would be 75. This would become 75. So put a 7 in there. And that's good. Okay, now when the person goes to the grocery store, they're going to go to the dairy aisle, and so that's the next level of my list. So I'm going to select 2, and you see now that this is bolded here, so it's telling you that this is the sublevel that you're wanting to make an adjustment to. And it's defaulted down to these lowercase alphabetical letterings here. And that's okay. I want to use a smaller case alphabet for my second level headings. So I'm just going to leave it there. Again, my number alignment is set to left and my number is aligned 0.75, so 3/4 of an inch from the margin. Let's just see what, let's do these every 1/2 inch And let's just see what did we set number 1 to. Number 1 was set at 0.25. So if we did a half an inch, that would be 0.75. And then we did what was it? 50 half an inch for that space between the dot and the margin. So that would make this 1.25. Okay, good. Now let's go to our third level subheading. That would be items like the milk, the eggs, and the yogurt, all of which come in the dairy section at the grocery store. So that's 3. Okay, and it's defaulting down to Roman case numerals in the lower case. All right, and that's pretty good. But see how that did that? I don't know why. It must just be some kind of bug or something, but this is why you need to pay such close attention, because I went through this a couple times and missed that this had set to right, and my list came out all wrong. So be sure and set it to back to left. Let's just go up here again because I can't remember anything for 3 seconds. It's at 0.75, so we want the next one to be at 125. Okay, the margin here. So let's get rid of this 138. Oops, 125, correct. And we were going to do the text indent, this spacing at half an inch, so it would be 175. Okay. Now, I'm not sure. Not sure if I have a fourth. I think I do. So we'll do a fourth subheading. And for that formatting, it's telling me that I'm using a number 1 again, and that's not right because I've already used the number 1 up here. So I'm going to show you the drop-down list here, and I'm going to select capital letters here, capital alphabetical letters. Okay, good enough. All right, and I'm set at left, and I believe this will be 225. If it's not right, we can always come back and change it. In fact, we probably will need to adjust these because it seems like an awful lot of space in here for me, a 0.50. So we'll just see. All right, now we added, what was it, 50? So we'll put 2.50 here. So a half an inch. And now we'll set all of this jazz in here to OK. All right. Wow, look, nothing happened. I'm just kidding. All right, so here's our first level list. You can already see that we've got a half an inch of space in here. That's goal number 1, so that's good. If you come down to dairy and you tab over there, you can start to see these changes. Now let's go to the third sub-level, milk, which you get in the dairy aisle. Went to the little Roman numeral. Eggs is still in the dairy aisle. Okay, yogurt. Good. All right, now pharmacy. it's at a different store, so the person has to run around. And anyway, it's at the first sub-level, and they're going to get some toothpaste, and they're going to get some shampoo, some soap, and here's a third subheading level. I want them to get some hand soap and some bar soap. Okay, you can see that worked out pretty good there. Okay, and then at the gas station, I want them to get gas, oil, wiper fluid, and I want them to, I don't know, check the tires. And I guess they're going to have to get some air while they're checking the tires, so that would be the next sub-level. Okay, well, that looks pretty good. This is a lot of space for me, so if you wanted to adjust this, like I like my lists to be tighter, not to have, such big gaps. If you wanted them to be tighter, you could highlight your list again and just go up, back into your drop down here. From the multi-level list, select Define New Multi-Level List again. And this would be if you wanted to make some adjustments. Let's look at the level 1. It's aligned at a quarter of an inch. The number is from the margin. That's right. But let's just say you don't want quite this much space. I think you can put it back down at 50. Let's see how that would look. Let's take a quarter of an inch from all of these. Okay, and I like that it closed, that I just closed it because then it just gives me another chance to look at these as I go. So I'm not trying to adjust all of these at once and then have a big surprise afterwards. They're not done right or something. All right, let's click off of this so we can just see it. All right, here's a quarter of an inch. Here's a half an inch space. I like this quarter of an inch better. Let's go down and adjust the rest of these. Whoops, don't get your margin in here. You have to select right next, put your cursor right next to the item in your list. All right, go to that multi-level list button again and define new multi-level lists. We're working on the second level here. And I think the margin is okay. You could probably move that back. Look, it's turned to 0.69. Let's put this at, this is just a strange process, and sometimes, like I said, it just doesn't. There's some things about it that are strange. Let's try this at 0.75. Let's see how that looks. Okay, good. All right, highlight your list again, and let's fix those. Let's move all of these ones back. We're going to do the third level list, sublist now. Define new multi-level list. We're at level 3. Left line 119, the strangest of things, I don't know. Okay, let's put that one, let's see, level 2 was where? Level 2 was at 0.5, so let's make level 3 at 0.75. Let's see how that works out. And if we did a quarter of an inch from there, that would be 1, so 1.0. Okay, good. All right, that's a good enough adjustment for me. Looks really good. It's neat, and it's a little bit tighter of a list. Okay, so you could go up by quarter of an inches for both of those steps, and this is the result you would get. All right, now this numbering system, I think, as far as I can see, it only really works if you're creating a fresh outline. Like if you had a 50-page document and it was already filled with text, I don't think that you're going to be able to highlight and go in and set this numbering system in the same way. You can try it, but I think the best bet is to start your document with an outline. And then if you've already started your document and you're 60 pages deep and you want to use some sort of process like this to straighten out the numbering, I really think you're going to have to go to your paragraph styles and do the numbering that way and try it that way. All right, well, that's it for this morning. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching my video. What city are you in? All right, have a good one. Bye.